Ladies and gentlemen, today we do an area of a circle. It is a different day and I'm wearing the same clothes, but that's because I videoed everything on Sunday. Alright. Evaluate. 6 times 2 squared. We have to remember our PEMDAS chart. You got it at the beginning of the year. One of the first things we have to do is we have to do squares first. Alright? Or exponents first. So 4 times 4 is 16. Then we can take the 16 times the 6 and get 96. If you don't do it in the right order, and you do 24, 4 times 6 is 24, then square it, you're going to get a very, very huge number. Order of operations is important. Must do the square part first. Or any exponent first. So this one, what is 2 cubed? That is 8. Then 6 times 8 is 48. Oh, excuse me, 5.6. I just looked at the 6. All right, but you must do these items first. All right, simplify each expression. Well, we want to add like terms. We have 6, we have minus 4, so it would be 2 plus n, or n plus 2. You can add in any order. This one, distributive property. Okay, 5n plus 5. I took 5 times n, 5n. Put that plus sign, keep it between them. 5 times 1 is 5. We show you that because we used that today. All right, problem of the day. Good job. Learn to find the area of a circle. The area of a circle. Pi r squared. R is the radius. Please don't forget, diameter is the whole distance across through the center. Radius is the point from the center to the outside. So if you have a diameter of 10, from here all the way to there is 10, your radius is going to be half of that because it only goes half as far, so your radius is going to be 5. If your diameter is 24, your radius is only going to be half of that, it's 12. Diameter is twice radius, or radius is half of the diameter. You need to remember that. That's a common sense thing that math needs to know. Math people need to know. So, estimate the area of the circle. Use 3 to approximate pi. So, today we get off. Now, if you're someone like, I had one of the Addisons do 3.14, so all their answers were a little bit off. I did go back and give you credit, but do follow the instructions because doing it with 3 is going to make your life a lot easier. So, we think about our equation. We have area equals pi r squared. So, pi, they said, is going to be 3. The radius is 19.7 squared. Now, I bet this has been happening already, but I'm not going to be upset if you take 19.7 times 19.7 on a calculator. But do kind of show me what it is in the next step. Since I don't have one with me right now, I'll do it over here. But it's a big hunkin' hobbin' piece of woohoo that we have to do. All right, 63, so that's 67. All right, 7, that's 13. 9, that's 63. All right, that's 81 and 87 then, and that's an 8. So that's 17. And then we get 7, 9, 1. Then I got to add them all together. 9 and 0 and 10 and 18. All right, and then that's 9 and 9, that's 18. That's 3 then. 1, 2, so 1, 2. Okay, you must remember the rules. So it's going to be 388.09, and that's going to be times 3. So when we do that math, 388.09 times 3, 27. All right, that's going to be 24. That's going to be 26. That's going to be 11. All right, our answer is going to be 1,164 and 27 hundredths. And don't forget, since it's area, it is meters squared. I'm probably going to ask you just to go ahead and write out the number on those Google Forms, but we've got it here. It's literally just putting the numbers in. R was 19.7. I put it in. 3 for pi, because that's what it tells me. We do that, and we get our answer. You're literally just having to multiply. Let's see what they show us. All right. Write the formula. It's a good idea so you know what you're plugging in, so you don't just throw random stuff in there. All right. And oh, they even rounded this to 20. That would make their math a lot easier. I bet our answer is a lot more precise than theirs. So 20 squared, you have to do the squared first because of order of operations. All right. That would be 400 times 3. You would get 1,200. We had 1,647 because we didn't round, so we were very close to the answer. There is the answer they were looking for. I don't ever see where it says to use 3.14 to approximate. I didn't know that we were able to round to 20 because it didn't say we could approximate the radius. All right, so now, estimate. All right, using 3. Area is pi r squared. Pi is 3. What's the radius? We look over here, we put 28. Hold it. Do I put 28? And this is what so many of you are going to do, and it's going to make me mad, and I'm going to whine and complain, and my wife's going to say, Justin, they're just doing their homework. Don't worry. You have to think. 28 goes all the way across. I'm not interested in that. I only want to know what goes halfway. Oh, if 28's the whole way, half of the way is 14. Use the right numbers. It makes life easier. 14 squared. All right, so in our next step, then I do 14 times 14. I get 16 and a 1, that's 56. And a 4 and a 1, that's 6 and a 9 and a 196, because I have to do order of operations. I have to do that first. And then we know that there's a multiplication here, times 3. So 196 times 3, we're going to get 18. And 27, that's 28. And then 2, and then 588 feet squared. You would have got a much bigger answer had you used 28. 28 is the diameter. We want the radius. It is important to make sure you get the radius. All right, so let's see if our 588 holds up to do what it's supposed to do. All right. Write the formula for area. Plug it in. Well, they're telling you had to do the diameter divided by 2 to get the radius. Oh, radius is 14. Hopefully all of you know 28 divided by 2 is 14. I don't need to see this step. So now that you've got the radius, let's replace those things. 14 squared was 196 times 3 is 588. And we did hold up. We did get the right answer. All right, now this might be a good time for you to go ahead and try one on your own. Okay? Now, we're going to do what they did last time. If you can't see this, this is 24.8. Now, that's very good. That is the radius. That's what we want. But we're going to be them. We're going to change that to 25 so we don't have to do it. Now, if I see that you're close with those different things, I will try to put the answers for the rounded ones, especially when they do decimals for the radius. All right, they still want us to use 3. So we look at our formula. Area equals pi r squared. So area, they said, make that 3. Our radius, we changed that to 25. Okay? 25 times 25 is 625, I do believe. Then I've got to just take that times 3. So I would get 1,875 when I do that. And it would be meters squared. Must do the exponent first, order of operations. Then we multiply. Then we get our answer. We plug the right thing in, and we do that. All right, let's go ahead and see if we stuck to what they wanted and got the right answer. Write the formula. All right, we already have that. Hey, they did round to 25. All right, so they do that. 25 squared is 625. Then we have that times 1,875 is our answer when we multiply that by 3. Good job, y'all. Estimate the area of the circle. All right, 20 is our diameter. Area equals pi r squared. Pi, they want us to use 3. R squared, 20. Do we use 20? Hopefully you see 20 is the whole diameter. That is not what we want. We want radius. So 100, and then we multiply that by 3 and get 300. And it's meters squared. If you remember the steps, you remember the order, you remember to find radius, this will be easy. It's just crunching numbers. If you don't, you won't have it. Please watch the videos, especially if you're one who struggles at looking at the book and doing it. I put them out there to make them helpful and to be there. They don't take up much of your life, so please do. All right, use them. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting my time. There's the 300 that we came up with. Very good. All right, again, now they're going to have us use 22.7, or 22 divided by 7 for the pi. 22 divided by 7 is approximately 3.14, so they'll have us use that from time to time, okay? I don't think it's very helpful except in situations where you have a fraction as what you're doing, or if you have something where what you multiply is divisible by 7. So diameter is 8. Really don't want diameter. I want radius. So why do they keep giving me diameter? To make sure you're paying attention. So area for this one is going to be pi times pi r squared. But for pi, we're using 22 over 7. Radius is going to be 4 squared. Okay, so 22 over 7 times 16. And I can put that over 1 because 16 divided by 1 is 16, so it's really the same thing. I do my multiplication. All right, 22 times 16. That'll be 12. That'll be 13. 2 and 2. 352 divided by 7. All right, so then we can do 352, divide that by 7. 5, that's 35. All right, that's going to be 0. And if we're rounding, find the area. Oh, they didn't say they're rounding. So we'll bring down a 0. So that'll be 2 and 14, which is 60. All right, that'll be 8. So 50.28, something there to the end. All right, let's go ahead and see what they come up with and where they're asking us to stop, since they didn't give us any instruction on that. But they're asking us to simply use a fraction to help out. All right, write the formula. Oh, we've got the formula. Now we got to get the radius. Okay, so they do that. Then they have 22 over 7 times 16 gets 352 over 7. Do the division, and you get 50 and 2/7. They left it as a fraction. If you get 50.28, whatever it may be, that may be there. They like the fraction answers sometimes because they are precise, more so than a decimal that never ends. All right, so we're going to use this again. Now you're going to find out why it is helpful to use this at times. They do give us radius, so area is pi r squared. My goal is to say this like 35 times during this lesson, so you remember what the area is, or how to find the area for a circle, because you should know. You can look it up on your phone anytime, but it's easier if you can remember it. 7 squared. So 22 over 7 times 49 over 1. I multiplied 7 times 7 to get that. Now, we can reduce before we multiply. Divide 7 by 7, that's 1. 49 by 7, that's 7. So the top and bottom were both reduced by the same amount. So then we simply do our 22 times our 7 And we get 154. 154 is our answer over 7 times that. And that would be centimeters squared. Okay. The black here is the reducing of fractions. As long as you do the same to the top and the bottom, you can reduce fractions like that. All right. Write the formula. There it be. All right. Oh, they did reduce too. Multiply 154 centimeters squared. This is when using the fraction is helpful. All right. 28. Diameter or radius? Please look at that. So that'd be 14. Okay. Area equals 22 over 7. Oh, nope. Your 6th graders got to do this a bunch of times. All right, equals pi r squared. That's how you find the area of a circle. 22 over 7 times 14 squared. You must follow PEMBA. 14 times 14 is 196. I like to put it over 1. 22 over 7. 7 will go into 196, I believe. That would be 228. All right. Very good. Now we just have 28 times 22. 16 and 5. All right. 16 and 5. 616 is our answer. Reducing when we can. Notice I had to do the exponents first, then I could reduce. PEMDA, or order of operations, says exponents must always be gotten rid of first. So I did those, then I reduced. And the reason I knew that would work, 7 goes into 14, so 14 times 14, 7 will go into whatever that answer was. All right. We got there. Must do the order of operation. All right. They reduced. And then we multiply. 616. All right. All right. So 7 is that. So area is pi r squared for a circle. So 22 over 7 times 7 squared. 22 over 7 times 49. I like to think of it as over 1. Reduce both by 7. And 7 times 22 is 154. We had that one before. Let's just make sure we're right. There we are. Now, a drum head has the radius of 18 inches. Find the area for the material covering the drum. Use 3.14. You've done the little stuff, you've done the baby stuff. Now you jump into the big leagues and they ask you to use 3.14. Multiplying by a decimal. This is what they're going to ask you to do in high school and above, 7th grade, 8th grade and above. All right, so we've got our formula here. All right, they do give us radius, so we're ready to work. All right, 18 squared is 324. 324 times 314 is 1,017.36. You're most likely to just make multiplication errors. That's all that happens here. All right, we do a check. Oh, we do a check. You can see that explained here. All right. Here, notice that this is the diameter. The diameter is 18. So, hopefully when you put it in, you're not going to put 18 in, but you're going to put in 9. 9 is the answer. Oh, 9, yes, is the radius. All right, so we put that in. 9 squared times 3.14. 3.14 times 81. We multiply and we get our answer. Ladies and gentlemen, the math is a little bit more particular here. You have to remember how to multiply with decimals. All stuff we've done. We checked that out. We kind of approximate 3 times 81 is 243. That's similar to the answer we got when we used 3.14, so we know we're good. They expected you to have problems with multiplying by decimals because it's sometimes a pain to do, so they gave you a way to check these things. Sorry it went so long.